Alright guys, I bet you didn't expect that I was going to release this episode first before our Gold episode, did you? Well, there's a reason why I'm releasing this episode first before I release a War Gold one. Now, in any case, I'm back again for another Kirby Star Allies episode to begin episode number 10 of Season 11. Recently in the last episode, we just finished up all the mini-bosses and bosses in World 4. Well, now it's time to get into the final world now, and now go through all of the bosses and mini-bosses found in this world in the same way like last time. So, what do you say we jump on the baby wagon and go ahead and do all the bosses and mini-bosses found in World 5, shall we? Well, with that said and done, let's go ahead and get right up to it. And I am all set to finish up this series. So, let's go ahead and jump on the wagon and go ahead and finish this up. Alright, time to get into this big boss rush. Alright, time for our first major boss in World 5, which is, of course, Flame Urge. The Bringer of Flame is back, and we're using Nesp this time because Nesp is kind of much that boy that you need, so why not? We're not letting you get away with this one, Flame Urge. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, she's gone. Alright, now that she's gone, on to the next boss. Okay, the thing about World 5 is that depending on what character you choose, this will depend on what Ruin Guardian you face before we get to the first chapter. So as you can see here, behind that's Puppy Brother Jr., and we're facing against a load of Puppy Brother Jr., which we will need to defeat them. Now, depending on the Ruin Guardian, this will depend on what your guest star hero is, depending on the character you choose. Now, I'm not going to showcase every single example here because it will take this episode way too long to make, so I'm only just going to showcase 6 examples. This first one that you just saw just now is the first example. So, let's see the other 5 examples, and then we'll get to the final 3 bosses. Okay, next, if you're using a character like Dark Meta Knight, then you'll have to face against the twin Dark Mr. Frosties as your mini-bosses. And again, nothing has changed from them. They function the same as all the other mini-bosses in the game. So yeah, nothing too big about them. And yeah, basically just about it. Go, cross me out. There we go. Hopefully we'll take it out. Let's take care of those 2. And then get to the finish. Alright, took care of that. Okay, that takes care of that, so onwards to the next one. On to the 3rd example. For our next example, if you're using a character like King BDD, you'll have to face against the twin boppers as your mini-bosses. And again, they function the same as most of the others in the game, so they're using anything nothing additional. And what do you know, they're all BAM! He's way too OP for this game. Way too OP. Come on, guys. Alright, that takes care of that. So onwards to the 4th example. For our next example, if you're using a character like Meta Knight, you'll have to face against the twin Bugsies. Meaning you'll have to face against both Bugsy and my worst enemy over there. Again, they function the same like before, so nothing much to it. And what do you know, it BAM! Okay, there we go, take care of them. Alright, takes care of that. So on to the 5th example. For this next example, if you're using a character like Chef Kawasaki, then you'll have to face against the twin Chef Kawasaki's as mini-bosses. And again, nothing has changed from them. They come from the same as before. So yeah, there you go. And what do you know? Alright, takes care of that. Alright, takes care of that. So onwards to our last and final example of this. For our last best example here, if you're using a character like Dividria, you'll have to face against the twin Dividrias as your key bosses. And again, they function the same like they would from the previous game, except nothing too big about it. So, we just got this. Alright, that takes care of every single mini-boss example that we have. Now, I'm not going to showcase all the examples because this episode would take way too long to cover all of them. So... okay, sorry about that, guys. The camera kind of tilted. That's what I was trying to say. So that's going to cover all of the mini-boss examples we have for today. Now, I'm not going to cover all of them in this episode because it would take way too long to cover all of them. But there will be a link down in the comments section later on that will showcase all the Rune Guardians as well as a bonus ending. But we'll get to that later. Anyway, let's continue through the rest of this boss rush. Alright, it's time to face against the final 3 major bosses. I have Taranza, Bandano LD, and Meta Knight with me, and I'm playing as Snuggle Joe once more to finally finish this up. And then afterwards, we have a couple more bosses to deal with. Alright, so first up, it's Sam Partisan again. It's time for our rematch with Sam Partisan once more. Alright, double choke. Keep going, guys. Come on, Man Knight, believe in yourself. You can beat this Sam Partisan girl. Bam! Bye-bye! See you later! You know, but just yet, there's two more battles we have left. Next one coming up. Yep, it's him again. Efficient of Doom. Highness, let's go. Come on, guys, let's go. I'm not gonna let you get off the hook that easy. What's that, Knuckle Joe? Why? Thank you, guys. He mad now. Go crazy now. I'm not gonna let you get off the hook that easy, Highness. Even with that kind of attitude, I'm not gonna let you get away with it. You're definitely going down, Highness. There's no doubt about it. Come on, guys. Let's keep pummeling on him. Oh, boy. That did the trick! Alright. I don't think it's over just yet. There's one more boss we have left to deal with. One more boss. Alright, not bad, guys. Good job. I don't think it's over just yet. There's one more boss we have left to deal with. And this is considered the final boss of Guest Star Heroes with every single character except for the Jabastion Sisters and Jabastion Sisters Star Allies. No. Don't go thinking it's over just yet. There's one more boss left. Here he is! He's back! Let's get him, guys! Temporal Warrior, Galactonite! We're not gonna face him, though. No. God, that's it. But that's not the actual final boss. Here he is! The true warrior! Reborn Butterfly. Morphinite, let's go! Come on, guys, let's beat him up! No, my boy, no! What do you think this is? Clearly the boy to deal with, come on. Ouch! I'm getting up. Oh. Holy cow, that was way too close. Oh my, Knuckle Joe, what are you doing? Yo. Let you get off the hook way easy. Bam. Dang it. What's that? At least get a star. Thank you. Oh. Dang it, forgot Meta Knight just got possessed there. Bye-bye, Morphinite. See you later. We'll see you again, my boy. Bye-bye. New history, my boy. Bye-bye. Alright, takes care of that. My boy, did you actually think that the series was gonna be over just like that? My boy, I wasn't going to let you get off the hook that easily. Even though we have finished out most of the mini-bosses and bosses featured in World 5, there is still a couple more mini-bosses we have to discuss, as well as a secret final boss that hasn't even been mentioned yet. So I decided that for these last couple of footages that you're going to see, besides just that last couple that you saw, they're all going to be filmed from the gym TV. Most of this footage I've been recording was usually from my parents' TV, but I've decided to actually use the gym TV instead to showcase the rest of this footage. So, in any case, we're going to start with 3 specific characters that have a few different mini-bosses associated with their stories. So, let's begin with Dark Meta Knight. So, let's start off by looking at all of the mini-bosses found in Dark Meta Knight in the Amazing Mirror. And with that said, let's go ahead and start with the first couple of mini-bosses. Okay, so this first mini-boss is pretty much early on. So, let's go ahead and meet our first mini-boss. Yep, it's Dark Bugsy again. Now, I don't think Dark Bugsy should really be that much of a problem because Dark Meta Knight's way too OP for this game, so... yeah, he should be able to take care of this guy with no issues. There we go. Bam! Alright, takes care of that. So, onwards we go to the next mini-boss. Time for our next mini-boss. It's Dark Bonkers. But yet again, he shouldn't be that big of a problem, considering Dark Meta Knight is again way too OP for this game. What direction, Dark Meta Knight? Thank you. Watch that. And check the back one. Boom! Alright, takes care of that. So onwards to the final 2 mini-bosses. Alright, time for the final 2 mini-bosses in Dark Meta Knight in the Amazing Mirror. What could these last 2 be? We'll find out. Yep, it's the twin Dark Vividrias again. You thought they were done? No. They are back with another rematch. But they're nothing too different. They function the same like before, and we already got rid of the first one. And... there we go. Got rid of the second one. See? Dark Meta Knight knows what he's doing. That roll looks like. Alright, that takes care of that. So, now that we're done with all of Dark Meta Knight's mini-bosses, moving onwards swiftly to the next string character that also has a couple of mini-bosses to deal with before getting to the final 3 bosses. So, let's move on, shall we? Let's get to it. Magolor, much like Dark Meta Knight, also has a couple of mini-bosses as such to deal with before he can move on to the final 3 bosses in the same way like Dark Meta Knight did. So, let's take a look at all the enemies and mini-bosses that you'll probably encounter in Magolor's Return to Dreamland. So, to start out with, most of the enemies actually represent different mini-bosses. This represents the Ultra Sword enemy. Now, these 3 Blade Knights are meant to represent Giga Edge. So, too bad that they're already gone. Next, this Big Rocky is meant to represent Maldu, that we got rid of. These 2 Sir Kibbles are meant to represent Kibble Blades, which we already got rid of. Of course, this represents the first rope that you had to cut down. These 3 Waddle-Doos are meant to represent the King Doo mini-bosses you'll encounter during the story. These two dribblies are meant to represent the water Galbroses, even though they don't appear in the actual game itself, and even though Gamos don't appear in this game either. Yeah, that's what they represent. And following enough bonkers, well, you actually have to face against them as a mini-boss. How ironic is that? But yeah, he's already gone, so... There you go. Takes care of that. So we go on to the next room, and this functions the same again like the last one. So get rid of that. Let's do that. Get rid of this too. Finally, in the last room where it has all the anger masks and, of course, the Bronobirds and, the last Late Night, they are meant to represent the Dubiors and Gigant Edges in this area. So yeah, they're already gone. But that isn't all, though. No. There is 2 more mini-bosses we have left. After destroying this thing, you then have one last, game to play. Which, as you may expect it, is this. Though I'm gonna speed this up and actually not show this all, so... yeah. Or, actually, no. On second thought, don't speed up. Just go through as normal. Grab all that. Give me that, please. Alright, time to get into the next area. I bet you're wondering what our last 2 mini-bosses are going to be. Well, you're going to find out in just a couple seconds. Yep, it's the twin Darvividrias again. You thought they were finished? No. They are back again and ready for some more. Just when you thought they were done? No. I'm gonna have to wait for that one to get all the way over here, so... Where's that guy? This one. So... And just like that, both of them gone. Yeah, most likely you were going to expect this to happen. And... that was a really delayed animation, man. Well, in any case, with that taken care of, that just leaves one more character that also has some mini-bosses to deal with before he gets to the final 3 bosses of the game, and then onto the secret final boss. What could this last character be? We'll find out in just a couple seconds. Alright, these last couple mini-bosses I have to discuss with you guys are all found in Taranta Trouble Deluxe and Taranta's story. And these are the last couple mini-bosses that we're going to discuss before we get to the final secret boss of the game. Obviously, for obvious reasons. And as such, that's why we're heading over to Taranta's story to finish this up. So with that said, let's go ahead and finish this up, shall we? So, as a side note, all miracle fruits are replaced with invincibility candies that act as the miracle fruits, but screw that because we're not going to use them. So, this first Chef Kawasaki here is meant to represent a Flame Galbros, and he's already gone. Oh! Obviously because Taranta is way too OP for this game. So, yeah. Therefore, I can destroy any mini-boss that I want to. Okay, not like that. And that Bonkers is taken out, which I think is meant to represent either, Blocky or the other Flame Galbroses. I'm not entirely sure, but... And this next Chef Kawasaki apparently replaces the Mr. Frosty that was meant to be here, so I don't know why that's the case, but yeah. And then, of course, we got that Mr. Frosty, as well as the other Bonkers that is meant to represent, of course, you know, the other guys, so... Okay, that was kind of screwed. I kind of screwed that up. Okay, I need to wait for that Bonkers to get all the way over there. And now I can't do it because Mr. Frosty is in the way. Alright, got rid of Mr. Frosty. Just Bonkers to get rid of now. There we go! go. Alright, takes care of both of them. Technically, I could use that to get rid of him too, but I don't really care. Alright, now onto the next area. So these two bonkers are meant to represent the two bonkers you would face against in the next area. So yeah. Where's that guy? Miss her. Apparently 2 hits and that guy was gone. Alright, there we go. On to the next area. This next Mr. Frosty is meant to represent the Grand Wheelie, and already he's gone. Obviously, because Tyrannus is too OP for this game. Alright, now for the final mini-boss bunch. Bugsy, Chef Kamasagi, and of course, Bonkers and Mr. Frosty all at once. Of course, I'm gonna try to make this a little bit easier and get rid of Chef Kamasagi first, and then immediately get rid of Bonkers back up. Jeez. Alright, let me get rid of this guy first. Alright, get over to Bonkers. There we go. Alright, we got rid of them. Just Mr. Frosty and, of course, Bugsy to do it. Hi. Okay, perfect. There we go. Bam. Alright, first let me get rid of this. And kabam! Alright, there you go. Every single mini-boss with all the Dream Friends are defeated now. So, now that we took care of all of that, we have one last boss to deal with, which is located in, of course, Sebastian's sister Star Allies, as it's only exclusive there and nowhere else. So let's go meet our final secret boss of the game. Alright guys, this is it. The last boss of World 5, exclusive and guest star heroes when you're playing as the Sebastian Sisters and Sebastian Sisters Star Allies. This is the exclusive final boss of this mode, and we're finally going to finish all the bosses in World 5. We may have defeated Morpho Knight once, but he also has another form that hasn't been fought yet. So, we're gonna fight him again in Guest Star Heroes once more, even though we have fought him once before anyway. Morpho Knight EX! Yep, that's right, the Darkwing Disaster is back and ready for some more. Though I don't know if he's ready for more because I'm gonna defeat him. Now, I'm mostly going to use Francisca throughout this fight, but I will also use Flame Virgins and Partisans to use their most powerful attacks against Morpho Knight, so keep that in mind. That didn't do that much damage. Dang it! Much better. Alright, second phase time. Let's go. Whoop. Go! Do the damage! Dodging that, thank you. Dang it! Go for it, guys! Go for it! I'm getting Jammer Jab, thank you very much. Just keep barging on him! He's almost gone for the count. Bam! Bye-bye, Morpho Knight EX! See you later! You gone, sucker! Bye-bye! New history. Somehow he tripped. Okay guys, that's gonna wrap things up for this episode. This was a little bit difficult to get down because of how many bosses there were in Guest Star Heroes and the amount of time I had to spend going through the entire thing, but at least I was finally able to get rid of all of the mini-bosses and bosses found in World 5. It wasn't that easy of an episode, I gotta say, but with all this time I've spent trying to record this video, I would say it's worth it. But my point, despite the fact that we finished up all of the Guest Star Heroes bosses in every single world, and the fact that we also finished up all the story mode bosses, the game is not actually finished yet. Even though we might be done with all of that, there is still a couple more episodes that I do want to actually release before we actually finish this episode up. And that is, of course, to go through Guest Star Heroes one final time for my first bonus episode, where I'll showcase all the Rune Guardians that every single character and Dream character has in their own stories. And, of course, showcase a secret ending that happens when you defeat it with every single character, which I'm gonna try my best to do, but I can't promise you it's gonna be easy. So, I know some people already got a head start on it, but still, I wanna see if I can do it too. In any case, after that, essentially, I'll release a second bonus episode much later in September or October, where I showcase some glitches that are associated with this game, and also do 3 more videos on the main Season 11, where they'll all showcase every single boss in the Ultimate Choice to finally wrap this game up. It's gonna be difficult making this episode, I know, and pretty difficult to make those videos too, but if it's worth showcasing in any case, it's worth the challenge. Even if I have to go through it a couple times to just get pissed off every now and again. But we're gonna have to wait until later. Regardless, guys, I'm officially wrapping this episode off, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and probably on the 20th or 21st of August, I'm going to release that video where I showcase all the Rune Guardians with every character, as well as the secret ending that happens when you defeat it with every character. I'm gonna try my best to get through Guest Star Heroes as fast as I can with all the characters and try to beat it with all the characters, but I can't promise it will be easy. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time when I come back for the next episode to do that, as always. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. So, yeah. Well, in any case, guys, till next time, peace. Till next time, bye.